Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to your first JavaScript tutorial, and we are not getting off to a very good start as I mispronounced everyone. No, done with ums. Let's get started. So I have this PHP project open. Fail. Web project. That should work. We're gonna name this JavaScript. New file. And for this, guys, alright, now let's get into the actual part. So we just made our new project in Aptana, which, by the way, everybody, if you don't have Aptana, watch my web design series episode 1. It talks about how to install Aptana Studio, I think. If it doesn't, just go to Google Aptana Studio download. Find whatever. Actually, I'm almost certain I did. Do that. It's a great editor, and I'm not going to cover any more. For JavaScript, you do not need a special file for it. You can have a special file for it. You can have a .js file for JavaScript. It is possible. It is okay. It is a great idea at a lot of times. But for right now, we're just going to make a simple index.html. And we're going to do the basic HTML stuff. You guys don't really need to know what this means yet. I do suggest you watch my web design series, at least the first few episodes, because JavaScript basically deals with making HTML dynamic. It's sort of the idea of JavaScript. We're just going to make a really basic page real quick. Alright. Oh, it wants a doc type. That should please it. Alright. Now for the fun part, everybody. So, for JavaScript, and today we're only going to make a hello world program, which is sort of the basic thing for all programming. You don't have to download anything, guys. Not at all. The web browsers have it already. Only problem is some people might disable JavaScript. But if somebody's disabling JavaScript, they're most likely not going out and just freelancing and having fun on the computer. They're on the computer for business or work, and they want to run lesser risks of, viruses. So, script. It's a script tag in HTML. Type. Text/JavaScript. And let me just explain. When I first started using JavaScript, I was terribly confused by this type equals text/JavaScript. First off, I thought, well, there isn't any other scripting language for browsers, is there? And there really isn't a dominant one other than JavaScript. And then my next thought was, and what does text/JavaScript mean? Because I was trying to make JavaScript games. I never really got too good at that. I ended up learning Java. And I thought, well, I can't really do anything if it's text JavaScript. No. Text/JavaScript does not mean that. It just means it's supposed to, actually, I don't know what it means, but it doesn't do anything. It just kind of tells the browser, hey, JavaScript, read it as JavaScript. So don't be worried that you're having to type a text/JavaScript. Okay? And then, of course, our ending script tag. So everything in between here is going to be JavaScript. And our very first tutorial is going to be basic syntax and our hello world program. So document. Let me explain what this means and get that out of my face. Document means the page it's on. So document starts, think here at the HTML. Don't take my word for that yet. The document starts there, as far as I know. Document means the document it's on, the file it's on, while it's being viewed. It won't make any permanent changes. It will only change it for the current time. Here. Great. Reference to the document that the window contains. And we'll talk more about the window in a later tutorial. Document.write. Write. It's a very self-explanatory function. It writes something to the document. Hello. Fail. I have caps lock. Hello world. So functions as normal for scripting languages and programming languages. You have a parenthesis to declare your parameters in, and then quotation marks to declare one parameter as a string, and this one happens to be hello world inside the string. So now if we run this as a Firefox thing, first off, okay, so you see it's there, but what if we went in here and took this out, saved, and then refreshed? We have nothing. Completely blank HTML page with a nice title of JavaScript test. But if we go back, we paste it back in, and we refresh, we see now that the document is having the words hello world written to it by JavaScript. And some of you might be asking, well, how come we didn't have to call this on an event? And events, by the way, if you're brand new to scripting and stuff, you won't understand what I'm about to answer. This is just for my more advanced watchers. And we will get into events later. But the answer is, it doesn't have to be declared during an event, because when it's not inside another function or something else, it's just a standalone statement, and I'll tell you what a statement is in a second. It automatically happens when the document is loaded. Now, let's divide this, okay? Document, as I said, is the page in the window, or yes, the reference to the document that the window contains. This period, I don't remember what you're supposed to call it, but I call it a period, a dot. That's what it is. This period kind of, instead of saying, okay, write hello world to the document, we find, okay, this is what we want to change. This is our selector, okay? And then once the period's there, the computer knows, okay, this is what we're editing, this is what we're going to change. What are we going to do? And the period is kind of like the suspense builder and the cutoff to what it's going to edit. And then you write, write, and that's going to be the function or anything that you want to have happen to what you selected. And in this case, we want to write something to what we selected, and we selected the document, so we're going to write something to it. And then this parenthesis tells the computer, oh, okay, we know what we're going to do, but how are we going to do it? And that's what parameters do. They say, okay, well, here's the basic task. Now here's some little extras you're going to need to be able to do it correctly. And then a closing parenthesis to say, okay, now you go on. And then to close the statement to say, that's one order, you can go on to the next order after you're done. You put a semicolon. Okay? Now, there's one problem I want to point out to everybody. This thing is working great. We see it's posting it to there. But if we type in what's up guys and cut this real quick, and for those of you that don't know HTML, that should actually you'll see what it does. It says what's up guys without a script. It just says it right there because it's part of the document. But if we paste this back, you can't really decide where it goes. And a lot of the time, if you're using document.write, say after the page is loaded, say everything's loaded, it's gonna clear everything, and that's gonna be all the document has. It's hello world. In this case, it went along with it as it started, so it's not gonna do that. But that does happen. So, I hope you guys like the tutorial. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like or dislike button corresponding to how you felt about this video. And I'll catch you guys later.